is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Live.
You down with Rapaport? Yes, I am. 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 You better tune in, IamRapaport.com. Cause every single podcast, you know he drops bombs. I seen him on set, a seasoned vet with true talent. Catch him on his way to CrossFit, rocking the New Balance. He asked me to do the track cause he know I rhyme elite. But I'm just waiting for the Robert De Niro line of the week. Breakfast of Champions, hosted bagel, cream cheese and lox. This is I Am Rapaport, the show never stops. We might catch him out in public, stretching his knees. But if you don't listen to the show, yo, wig up please. Wig up please. This is the
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
All right, this is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. My name is Michael Rapaport. Some people call me the Gringo Mandingo. All right, so this is a all Kanye West episode. Going through the files, we realize we've had many discussions about the good, the bad, the frustrating, the ugly of Kanye West's career. I'm a fan. I really liked his stuff when he first came out. I feel like the music now is suffering. I feel like the whole image and Yeezy, God Complex to me is whack, and the Taylor Swift of it all is whack. But we cover it, and we cover it full court press, like the Georgetown Hoyas in the 80s. So the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, the Kanye West Bash Extravaganza, the good, the bad, and that just because you're an artist doesn't mean you have to be an asshole. Best of episode. Rone is a new men's activewear company that uses the most innovative fabrics on the planet. Finally, men have a premium activewear option. You no longer have to wear grungy, dingy sweatpants to go work out, which you're going to look crazy. And Rone, R-H-O-N-E, builds clothing around three main tenets: performance, comfort, and style. Performance, every single piece they make has a performance component to it, such as rapid moisture wicking to keep you dry, which means no swamp ass. Okay, nobody wants to have swamp ass before, after, or during a workout. And a four-way stretch to keep you squatting deeply, bending deeply. Comfort and style. Every piece has an amazing feel and is designed to be comfortable and sophisticated. You don't have to work out looking like a walking billboard. Listeners of the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast get 15% off using my link, www.rone.com/Rapaport. That's www.rhone.com/Rapaport. Rone Clothing, a great company and a great product. Rone Clothing. All these young producers, Kanye. Yo, Kanye is on that fucking new wave shit and he's on his fashion shit. But before all that, Kanye was a record collecting motherfucker.
Yes.
You little dumb young motherfuckers, you think you want to be the next Kanye West? Kanye West comes from that Boom Bap shit. Do not be fucking fooled by all the Kardashian shit and the fashion shit that we've given him a hard time on this fucking show. Yo, don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled. That's why we.
He bows down to Q-Tip. He bows down to De La. Pharrell, they bow down to this music. That's like, if you ask Pharrell the first thing out of his mouth, he's going to talk to you. Yo, when I did the Tribe Called Quest movie, when I was talking to him, when he talked about the native tongues conglomerate, yo, literally, he almost cried. Like, I have footage of him. Like, he says it in the movie. He says, that shit makes me want to cry. He almost cried. Like, Talib Kweli, The Roots, Black Thought, all them, like, they bowed down to that old music.
Right.
When I've been asked a couple of times, why do you care so much? It's just because I'm a fan. And I don't want to see what happened to rock and roll music, great classic American rock and roll music, happen in the 80s when it became hair bands, and jazz when it became just some other shit. It doesn't have to happen because we have enough valuable, formidable leaders and creative people in hip-hop. Kanye, Jay-Z, Eminem, all those dudes are still relevant. Snoop Dogg. And I think, like, at the end of the day, it's up to them to keep that music alive and keep that shit cool for as long as they can.
We need that G-funk
for as long as they can. yo, you got to come back to that Boom Bap. That to me is your responsibility and shit. Jay-Z, you got to come back to that Boom Bap. Eminem, you got to make a straight Boom Bap album.
Yeah, just give us one album.
Just one. One straight Boom Bap album. Eminem, please. Eminem on a straight Boom Bap album?
Man.
Yo. Because Eminem's on some shit.
Yeah, that's
Or what about Kanye producing an Eminem
He's
Boom
good,
Bap album?
man. Kanye's dope.
Or Kanye and Q-Tip producing a fucking straight Boom Bap album. They do one beat, he does one beat. They do beats together. They bring in fucking Swiss Beats to do some shit. They bring in fucking Q-Tip beat with Premier and fucking RZA on a beat. Like, yo, just do it as a fucking, do it as
Showbiz.
Like, bring all those dudes and shit.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Kanye West, I saw this interview that he did with this guy on the BBC, Zach Lowe or something like that. And he's talking to Kanye West like he's speaking to fucking Gandhi. He's acting like he's speaking to a dignitary of world peace and saving the world. This guy named Zane Lowe, who I don't know who the fuck he is. He comes off like a dick rider who's interviewing Martin Luther King or fucking Malcolm X or fucking Thomas Edison.
Right.
He thinks he's talking to somebody really. He says, I'm sitting down here
With Mark
with Kanye West. I'm with Mark Twain, and we're going to discuss your new play, Shakespeare, and this, it's very important. And he's got a British accent. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I gotta be honest. I'm a little prejudiced against British accents in general. It always comes off a little
hoity-toity, right?
Hoity-toity.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
He's sitting there and he's talking and it's like very serious and he's like, I wanted to get into this today about you, and they go into the interview and he said, you've been having your feelings about passions, about your fashion, and Kanye just released his fucking $350 Yeezys or Yeezuses, these Adidas boots, Star Trek boots.
Yeah, it looked like space shit.
Let's say you spent $350 on some Kanye boots. Let's just say it.
Okay.
And you're in New York in the winter. Can you walk around in them shits right now?
No.
Because you'll bust your ass, number one. Number two, you spent $350 on them. Why the fuck are you going to walk around the sleet, the slush, the piss-riddled snow in a pair of fucking moon boots? Some 2001 Space Odyssey fucking moon boots.
Yeah.
Them shits is whack.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck the dumb shit. Those fucking Kanye West boots,
whack, yeah.
them shits are straight whack.
They
look whack.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they're exclusive. I don't give a fuck if there's only X amount made. And you know what? I'm walking around New York City. I don't see one motherfucking person wearing them because they're not functional.
Yeah.
Kanye West is from Chicago, the windy city. The fucking winters are brutal out there. They're fucking, like, their winter starts October and it goes to the fucking end of April. No fucking body's wearing them bullshits out there. Who the fuck wants to spend $350 on some shits you can't play ball in, you can't climb a mountain in, you can't stomp a mud hole in someone's ass in, they're not Timberland boots, you can't do construction in them. What the fuck are they for? So you're exclusive from the rest of the people? And he's sitting there and he goes on to talk about, he's name dropping people I never heard of in the fashion world.
I always wanted the resources of LVMH Caring.
This one.
Okay, so Louise Wilson.
This one.
Phoebe Philos.
This one.
Christopher Cage.
This one.
Elber Albaz. I'm looking at a 12. That's the designer of Lanvin. You know.
I don't know who these people are. You know who these people are?
Hell fucking no.
Not only do I not know who they are, I don't give a fuck about any of this fashion shit. Who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Who are you talking about?
This motherfucker, yo, you know what you need to do? Go to your record collection and dig in them fucking crates and make some fucking beats and do that shit. You talking about your 21 Grammys? You have 21 Grammys.
He has 21 Grammys?
21 Grammys.
Wow.
You know how many Marvin Gaye has? I think he has 2. So you're more prolific than Marvin Gaye. Your music is more important. You're better than Marvin Gaye. Taylor Swift has more fucking Grammys than Marvin Gaye.
Man, Jesus.
Fuck these Grammys.
Yo.
Fuck these Grammys. These Grammys don't mean shit. I know you can say, well, Mike, you don't make the... Fuck these Grammys, man.
Who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy?
I don't give a fuck about the Grammys. I don't give a fuck about any of that fashion shit. Kanye West is spawned from hip-hop. And I know motherfuckers in hip-hop, they talk about Gucci this and Gucci that. But, yo, you're taking it to some other shit. You're conforming... He's like, the most proudest moment I had was his Adidas fashion show. And...
But I saw it.
Yo, Nike said, yo, we're not fucking with you. So, first of all, let's just keep it real. If you're going to do something with a sports wear company, you want to fuck with Nike. He had some Nikes last year. They were all red, called Red Octobers or Red Dawns or Red something.
I never heard about it.
They sell, and it's like a big deal. He's like so proud that they sell for $5,000 online. Who gives a shit? Yeah. It's a fucking winter. I'm not wearing $5,000 pair of sneakers. And people are like, I want them. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to sell them later. This fashion shit and these furs and, you know, and this jacket and that jacket. And, yo, the reality of motherfuckers are trying to fucking get to work and get the fuck back to work safe and warm. Safe and warm.
That's why they rock North Face.
North Face,
right.
Fucking American Giant,
yep.
Fucking hoodies. They don't, like, the motherfuckers aren't thinking about that shit on the train, on the bus, walking in the streets, and when it's 11 o'clock at night and it's brick cold out. You're not thinking about your fucking, who's this designer and he's the mold of this and the elements of the, fuck all that bullshit, man.
How many feathers they got in the motherfucking coat?
How many feathers do this got in the motherfucking coat?
What's the goose count?
When it's fucking 9 below, I'm not thinking about all that fly shit.
Yeah, come on, man. We old.
I fell in the snow this week. I fucking slipped and bust my ass.
Wow.
Now, if I was wearing some fucking shit and I'm laying down checking to make sure I didn't break my fucking hip or break my fucking wrist.
Right.
And I'm laying in a puddle of shit. I'm not thinking about all that fashion shit. So this is what my point is to Kanye. I fuck with you. I fuck with your music. I'm not with all this fashion shit. The majority of the fucking world is not with all this fashion shit. You know, this guy said everything I said would happen happened. He thinks he's like on some other shit.
Stop singing too, man. Who told you could sing?
Yo,
that's all I want to know. Who told this motherfucker he could sing?
I don't know who told him he could sing.
Because that shit is terrible.
Yo.
Off note, off key. Singing is stop.
If you keep talking about the artistry and the art form,
you're just fucking disrespecting singing.
And you're disrespecting great singers.
Right.
Have John Legend. That's your man. Have him come sing. Get Stevie Wonder in there to sing.
That's like me singing.
Sing, Gerald.
Well, I went
You sound like shit, man.
No.
Get the Sandman out here to fucking hook you off the stage.
But who's telling him? Yeah, that sounds good.
You can't tell him shit.
That's probably Bruce Jenner and the motherfuckers.
Bruce Jenner's like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's great.
Kris Jenner's like, yeah, it's great. It's about my granddaughter.
And Bruce.
You see Paul McCartney, that song that he did with Paul McCartney didn't get on there. Paul McCartney was probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Oh, he didn't get on?
He didn't sing on there. He's not singing. It's just him. It's auto-tuned, and then he performed it live once with auto-tunes and once without. It sounded like a fucking shit show.
That must be the shit I heard on the radio.
Yeah, it's shit.
My daughter, we were laughing at it.
Your daughter was, it's shit.
Yeah, it's shit.
Paul McCartney was like, I'm not fucking, what the fuck is going on here?
Paul should have said, yo, I nixed the deal. I'm not fucking with this guy.
Listen, man, take my name off that fucking track.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Kanye West is no dummy. He knew what song he was going to sing, and he knows the lyrics to the song. And I don't know how many N-words there are in that song, but it's in the chorus.
Oh, and he said it? I didn't see this.
And he said it, and now he's saying he's over-censored. He was over-censored. And probably, you know, during the live performance, the censor's like beep, 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 beep. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So, like, parts of the song that probably didn't have curses and N-word this, it's all day N, then they're saying he was over-censored. Why don't you just sing a song that is acceptable for network TV? It's network TV. It's Channel 7. You know what it is. If you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it. Don't do the show. But don't do the show and not follow the rules of the show that every single other person and every single other artist, since you pride yourself on this, I'm an artist. And an artist means like I could be an asshole. An artist means I shouldn't be censored. Well, then you shouldn't have done the show. You should not have done the show. And aside from the thing about your song and being beeped and censored, you chose to do the lights and the camera and the smoking, the firecrackers and all that 4th of July shit when no one can see you while you're singing your song that no one can hear because it's being beeped out. You chose to do that hair metal shit. I thought I was watching like a Metallica concert, or I was watching like an Ozzy Osbourne show. This is hip hop, and he's like he didn't catch on fire. So you had yourself covered by smoke and mirrors and fire, and then you do a song that you know the lyrics are, they can't play them on the radio. Why don't you say, I get censored on the radio? This is television during prime time. Pick a song that's singable, that's performable, and then when your shit gets beat like it should, like every single other person up there, all the other artists, because you're not better than all the other people. You're not exclusive. It's not the Kanye West show. It's the fucking Billboard whatever show. I'm sick and tired of and then he's like this and complaining, and then people are like, well, they're people, those executives that are getting paid, they're doing the censoring. Yes, motherfucker, they're doing the censoring. Because there's standards. There's practices and standards.
Yeah.
You want to curse and do all that shit? Take that shit to Showtime. Do it on the internet.
Yeah.
Put it out yourself. You don't want to do that? Then fucking don't say N-word this, N-word that 76 times in the song and expect it to be played.
How do you think people going to respect you? You on a world stage, nigga this, nigga that. You're not, and you think that's real. I want to be me. You're just embarrassing us. That's it.
All day this, all day that, all day. Whack-ass song, not even a good song.
Right.
More of that techno bullshit. The Boom Bap is gone. It's evaporated. It's like been in boiling water. It's gone. It's gone. Bad song, bad choice of song to perform live, and bad choice of pyrotechnics to do your shit. Bad all the way around, and you want to blame other people. You made the decision to do it. Come back to the hip-hop. Come back to the straight hip-hop. Just like you're passionate, the fans are passionate.
Right.
Just like you have your strong points of view, the fans have a point of view. We fuck with you. We respect you and all that shit. But, yo, you keep making that music that's not for anybody, you're going to see.
You'll be gone soon.
Yo.
And you with Jay-Z. You with one of the world's greatest artists. And you see how he gets down.
He's still doing his shit.
Why don't you follow in that man's footsteps?
You're trying to, reinvent the wheel. You're not reinventing the wheel. It's hip-hop. Before you and after you, it's always going to be hip-hop.
Right.
You're great and all that shit, but, yo, you're not bigger than the music.
Right.
The music, yo, dudes put a lot of work, didn't get paid, and not up there. You know what Melly Mel would do to get a chance to perform live on the BBMAs or whatever the fuck that is? Or like all the other dudes. I mean, I don't even have to name dudes.
Yeah. Come on, man. To get that venue,
and then
that shine like that. And then you just nigga.
You're censoring yourself by saying that dumbass song. You chose to sing the song. I'm glad they beeped that shit out.
Yeah. Nobody. People watch this around the world, man.
That shit's not dope.
That's not cool, man.
And then you're like, Chicago this, Chicago that. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, there's a lot of shit going on in Chicago, but I bet my bottom dollar that motherfuckers in the hood are not listening to that song. So you're like, I'm from Chicago. Nobody that's a whack-ass song. You can do 1,000 times better. We expect more from you, Kanye West, and I'm tired of the complaining, and I'm a big fucking fan.
Right.
You have an open invitation to be on the I Am Rapaport podcast.
Bring your best stuff out there to the world. Bring
that
stuff.
boom bap shit. And don't be like, well, I did that, I want to change. Yo, come on, man. You there's more to explore.
Right.
This is hip hop. Hip hop.
I Am Rapaport podcast.
Kanye West. Now, I put out a challenge. When you were gone, I put out a challenge to many people. I said, I did not know that Kanye West's birthday was coming up when I made podcast where I challenged everybody in one-on-one. I challenged Jay-Z. Right. I challenged Bieber.
That, yeah.
I didn't even challenge Timberlake, but I'd crack that ass. One-on-one, I get him in the post. I have him, I have him like a mouse in the house. I'd have him like a mouse in the house. But the first person I wanted to go after was Kanye, because I saw a picture of him playing ball, and I was like, Kanye West, you know he didn't ever play citywide. You know he didn't play competitive basketball.
Cool.
Now, as an adult, you're rich, and you could afford these things. Like, I'm going to get people to play basketball. So after I posed this challenge on the podcast, a few days later, it was Kanye West's birthday, and allegedly his wife, the beautiful and famous Kim Kardashian,
yes,
she rented out the entire Staples Center for allegedly $110,000, and they had the Laker girls who are whack as fuck. As far as cheerleaders go, the Laker girls are probably at the bottom of the barrel in terms of having any flavor or any like style or like any swag, or what's the word? They have no ass. They're caked on with makeup, and it's not them. It's the girls they pick. They insist on these girls being ultra skinny, but for some reason, Kanye West, who we know likes big asses, had the Laker girls there because his wife she has the biggest ass of all time.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, she's wound up with the biggest ass of all time.
That's for sure.
She's proud of it. She puts it on pictures, and she wants to break the fucking internet. But anyway, let me stay focused. For his birthday, she rented out the Staples Center, and it was like they had the scoreboard, and it was "Happy Birthday, Kanye" for his birthday.
That's right.
And he had a pickup game, and it was, I don't know who was there playing, but in this game, because I saw a picture of it, apparently, Justin Bieber won MVP of the game. Now, for a pickup game, I've played many pickup games, and let me just throw this question to you first. When you've played a pickup game, Gerald,
right,
was there ever an MVP anointed at a game?
No, they know MVP.
That never happened.
No,
okay, so that maybe this probably wasn't a pickup game, but they said it was a pickup game at Staples Center, and Justin Bieber scored 22 points, and he won the MVP of Kanye's pickup game for his birthday. So we know for sure, Kanye, look, we fuck with you. We've been hard on you. We fuck with you. We know.
Yeah,
I can tell you can't play ball.
If he won the MVP.
If Justin Bieber won the MVP of your birthday game at Staples, who the fuck was playing at this game?
A hockey motherfucker won the MVP.
Yo, what was the fucking competition level at this game? Who was there? How the fuck did Justin Bieber win the MVP of your birthday game, and you're Kanye West, and it's your birthday, and the other guys that were playing, you should all be ashamed of yourself. I don't know who they were.
And they're all Chicago cats, so Mark Aguirre, Isaiah, they probably like, yo, he won the MVP?
He won the fucking MVP? D Rose is like, he won the fucking MVP?
All the Chicago guys.
Doc Rivers, Darryl Walker, all the great Chicago basketball players are like, you let Justin Bieber win the MVP of your birthday, and you represent Chicago.
Yeah.
You represent the Chi. You're from the North Side, the South. You represent the Chi, and Justin Bieber won the MVP of your fucking game.
A hockey motherfucker?
He's not even a hockey motherfucker.
He's from Canada. We're gonna dub him that.
We call him. But what about the other dudes? Okay, let's just say Kanye was like, okay, he didn't win. What about the other guys playing in this game? What about you let Justin Bieber win the MVP of a game at Staples Center?
He bust y'all ass much?
With bleached blonde hair, looking like a fucking like a Caitlyn Cyrus. He looked like Miley Cyrus. It could have been Justin Bieber. And maybe it wasn't fucking Justin Bieber. It looked like it could have been Miley Cyrus. But the fact that Justin Bieber wins
your MVP.
Yo,
yeah, come on, B.
And your wife spent $110,000 and kidded the whole. You should at least won the MVP. Or one of your people should have won the MVP.
Word.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I would take it from that motherfucker. They say, yo, I won it.
And you can't let people announce that publicly.
Yeah.
Yo, you got to be like, yo, I know he won the MVP, but yo, you guys can't put that on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Like, what would you bet? Like, would you bet like an arm that you could beat Kanye West in a one-on-one? And when was the last time you played basketball? Like, straight up?
3 years ago.
Okay. G. Moody hasn't played ball in 3 years, and you'd bet what? What would you? Everything you own?
Yep.
You bet everything you own.
Yes, indeed.
For sure, that you could be Kanye West in a one-on-one, like no problem. And you could just tell, right? He never talked, he talked about growing up in Chicago, but he never said, when I grew up in Chicago, I played ball. You never said any of that.
If you play ball, you played since the age of 4, 5.
You don't
6.
just start playing ball when you're famous.
Just picking up and shit.
That's like almost becoming famous and becoming that's like becoming a famous rapper and becoming a gangster famous rapper. Like you don't just pick up a basketball as an adult and be like, yeah, I play ball.
I'm nice.
Now.
Yeah.
At Staples Center.
Come on,
okay,
B.
so I listen. That game feels like to me that game went awry.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Introducing Play.it, a podcast network like no other. From award-winning news programming and #1 sports brands to entertainment and business leaders.
Welcome! We're gonna make you laugh. We're gonna make you think.
The biggest stories in entertainment.
What's happening in business today?
Relationships, dating, pop culture, celebrity.
Give you that news and information.
The biggest names in sports.
Play.it is delivering storytelling at its best.
Want to see something entertaining? Tune in.
Hear what you've been missing at Play.it.
Kanye West, who we've acknowledged some of the great hip hop work you've done. We've talked about it on the I Am Rapaport podcast many times, but we don't need to keep repeating ourselves when you are up there. Just do you want to start with this dude?
Yeah, I think money is getting a little too big for his britches, man. And for me, I think, you're going to be faded out. And also, money talks a good game about the black this, the black that. One question I've always wanted to ask.
What is it?
Anyone. Has this guy ever been with a black woman?
I don't know, but that's a valid question. I don't know. As far as I know, he's with his current wife, the great Kim Kardashian. She looked fantastic. Of course, she can never just let him be out. It's always got to be you come out, even though you're 5 months pregnant, looking like like a barrel of fucking basketballs. And then before that, he dated Amber Rose, who is a fan of the I Am Rapaport podcast and an old buddy of mine, and we're gonna hopefully have her on here very soon, Amber Rose, because she's gonna have a lot of insight into all this. So as far as your question of him ever dating publicly a black woman, I cannot answer that, but that is a valid question. That is a valid question. I know that his wife has dated a lot of black gentlemen.
A plethora of brothers.
Yes. But that's a good question. Maybe can somebody fact check that for us, because we don't fact check. Has Kanye West ever publicly dated a black woman? But the speech, he's up there as if he's the cure for cancer, like he's discovered. And he's struggling and fighting for the cure for cancer, not just cancer, and AIDS, and like maybe leukemia. Like his struggle is that, and what he does, and what he puts into his songs, which are not all dope, is the cure for cancer and or AIDS. It's not. It's not. You're right now. You're not making a consistent amount of hip hop. You're making world music. I've said it once, and I'll say it till the day I stop being able to hear. Just because someone is rapping doesn't make it rap music. Just because it rhymes doesn't make it hip hop. Okay?
That's true.
I don't give a shit. Okay? And obviously Kanye can do that, or maybe he can't anymore. Maybe because he's not in Chicago, maybe he can't do it. Maybe because he's out there.
He can't do it.
Yo.
He can't do it. When you, like James Brown said, when you forget that grits is groceries, you lose your thing. When you're around these motherfuckers, you lose the very thing that made you popular.
Say it again.
When you get away from your surroundings, like for a long period of time, and you start getting to another world, you lose that gritty soil, that dirty shit. You lose that.
Right.
Because you're not in that shit.
Right.
You're around some other shit.
You up there on the boats.
Be around.
You up there on the boats with Scott Disick, Caitlyn and the mother-in-law's man, he's whack too. He ain't
you know he's whack.
Yeah, he was supposed to go up there to perform, and he's up there. He's the angst that he shows. Like he's like if he was up there, like there's scientists that are struggling to save, the planet. There's scientists and doctors that are struggling to save people's lives, and they have less angst and 1,000 times more humility than this dude. And he's up there like his music is yo, my man. You're not Stevie Wonder.
You're not Michael Jackson. You're not, yo, man.
You're not these guys. Like, you're not even Jay-Z. You're not even the best at what you do. You're not Jay-Z. Like, you're great. You've done a lot of great shit, but you're not finding you're not like discovering and then he said he's gonna run for fucking president. And he sincerely believes that shit. Like, he's like, yo, I could be president of the United States.
He's talking a lot of shit up there, man. That's it. He knows that fucking audience, man.
Right.
It ain't us.
Nah, it ain't us. If he had done that around some real shit, people would have booed his ass. At one point, I thought they were going to boo him, and I was going to be like, yay. Yay. Because you know what? You came to see the guy perform. He's up there for 10 minutes talking crazy. And Taylor Swift, she's just like shell-shocked. She doesn't know whether to laugh, to cry, to run. Is this going to turn on me? She's towering over a pregnant Kim Kardashian. The whole thing looked crazy.
Yeah, man. That lady, Taylor Swift, was towering over that guy. How tall is that motherfucker?
I don't know, 5'8" or something like that. But that's it, man. We don't... listen, until you make that Boom Bap, yo, I'm out with this shit. And the Yeezy sneakers, them shits is whack, Duke. Them shits is whack. My man, yo, you just bit the Nike Roshis, and them shits is straight whack. I'm not buying them. I wouldn't take them for free. Them shits is straight whack.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
We've talked about him. Probably, he's one of the most talked about people on the I Am Rapaport podcast, and I'm sure he loves that. I'm sure he's probably not even aware that the I Am Rapaport podcast exists. But I fuck with Kanye. I've said it before, I like Kanye. But this guy's like obsessed with this fashion industry and being accepted with the fashion industry. And he said that fashion, I'm saying it as if like, it's like fashion. Fashion is the highest form of art. I couldn't disagree more. I don't give a fuck about fashion. The only time you will see me, carefully dressed is if I have some sort of work thing, meaning there's a TV involved or a camera and I'm being filmed, it's to get a job to be filmed or press. And I'm not saying you should walk around like a fucking, you just came out of a methadone clinic, but this whole aesthetic, like I've never been, like when I was young, you wanted a piece of this or clothes and this jacket and all that shit. I understand that, and sneakers and staying fresh, but this sort of, in this day and age, for this fashion shit and what you're wearing, it's truly the most superficial bullshit to me. Like, I have some friends and people that I love and respect that they're down with that shit, but I'm just not with that shit. I don't care. When you talk about superficial, to put on clothes, that's the most low shit. Like, you think that's the highest form of art, fashion, what you're wearing? That's what Kanye West said. And the thing that bothers me about this is that I think he feels like, well, fuck hip-hop. I've done all I can. Hip-hop is in a fucking state of disarray. I don't know why I'm the only one who seems to be saying this consistently. Hip-hop is in a fucking state of disarray. The music is going to shit. The culture itself is going to shit. You're old, Mike. You don't know what you're talking about. No, the music itself is going to shit. And one of the most prominent people in hip-hop right now is trying to say that fashion is the highest form of art. Yo, Kanye, you got to get your fucking head out of the clouds. You got to get out of your fucking car. You got to get out of your fucking your this little bubble you're living in. You have to get out of this little bubble you're living in. If you think that fashion is that fucking important, I have to say I lose respect for that shit. I just, anybody that's gonna put, like, it's something you put on. If you spill a piece of coffee on your piece of fashion, your garment, that's what they call them, they're garments. Then what is it? It's devalued? Or does that become part of the fashion? Like, everybody likes a fresh pair of kicks and all that shit. When I was younger, like, I loved a fresh pair of kicks, and you want to keep your fresh pair of kicks clean. But if you step in dog shit, what happens to your fresh pair of kicks? You step in a piece of gum when you're on the subway, your fresh pair of kicks. I'm not with all this shit. $1,500 pair of jeans, tight, uncomfortable, thick denim. That's not what it's about. You're supposed to be comfortable. It's not about, like, these garments. This isn't a painting where you have like you're being painted by some great painter in the 1700s. See, he seems to think, I can't say what he thinks. He seems to think him and Kim Kardashian, like, they dress alike, they're color coordinated, they walk out, they get their pictures taken. This is not life. This is not reality. The two of them are not living in reality. And like when I have to go to like an event or a wedding or somewhere where I have to it's like it's painful for me. Like, the clothes are never as comfortable as like regular clothes. Like, right now, I am doing the I Am Rapaport podcast. I am driving my car in a sweatshirt, a pair of fucking basketball shorts. I have one foot up on my dashboard or whatever the fuck it is, and one shoe on and one shoe off. That's real. You'd rather be in some uncomfortable shit that has name brand that costs all this money, that if you snort like that, or you sneeze and you get a little booger on it, it's devalued. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit, man. I'm not with any of that fashion shit. I've never been with it that hard. And now this guy's trying to pump this fashion shit down everybody's throat. And he's saying how he is not accepted in the he cares more about being accepted in the fashion world creatively than anything else. They're not going to accept you. And maybe it's because you're a fucking asshole at times. Maybe they just don't want you, and maybe they're threatened by your talent. Who knows? But why do you give a fuck so much? Well, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get that as a thing. I don't get that as a thing. To me, that's not creating like. And then he had that fucking fashion show where he has these Auschwitz survivors. It looked like the Auschwitz survivors are like Walking Dead or the end of the world, models walking around in these clothes with rips, and they're all brown and green, and it looks like the fucking Dawn of the Dead outfits.
I Am Rapaport podcast.
How you guys doing? Thanks for coming. And this gentleman right here is named Mike D from the Beastie Boys. So everybody can relax. So what is your opinion of hip hop specifically right now? Like, do you listen to anything? Are you excited by anything? Where's your head at with it? Are you demoralized?
No, am
I the only one that thinks the fucking the De La Soul's like? Am I the only one who that bothers? Like, so
there's moments that to me happen in hip hop like that, like that. You know what? I'm a genuine fan of.
Right.
I mean, there's stuff like I'd love to see, like, Kanye finally decided to release a new record, and I hope it's great, because I feel like he's one of the only ones who's like he's thrown away an album and a half of material already, because he's one of the only people out there, actually not alone in hip hop. It could be, I think, just in music, period, who's willing to be like, you know what, I'm going to have a high enough standard that I don't care. I'm just going to throw this away. I don't care that I'm missing out on whatever the money is.
Right.
I'm just going to throw it away because doesn't feel right to me. And There's not that many people in music, period, that are committed to the art that are willing to do that.
I Am Rapaport podcast.
Yeah, this conversation I was having with this actor friend of mine about Kanye West being more important and influential than Stevie Wonder. I in one fell swoop, in 90 seconds of knowing somebody, probably 20 years, I realized that I lost all respect for him. And one of the criteria was that, look how many Grammys Kanye won. And I was like, who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? To quote Chuck D. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? Like that's your selling point? Marvin Gaye, I believe, only won one fucking Grammy. The fuck are you talking about? Kanye West he's like, oh, Kanye West got like 20-something. I don't give a fuck about the Grammys. And again, I fuck with Kanye West, but to compare the two is insane. It's insane. And Kanye West's shoe, the Yeezy, won some award called the Sneaker of the Year Award, which I didn't know that they had that award. It feels like the kind of award that they would have invented just to get Kanye West to show up and give it to him, so you can have kickstart your award ceremony, and then who are you going to give it to next year? Because it was a big blowout to give him the Yeezy, which is, I don't know how Nike isn't suing Adidas and Kanye West, because that fucking sneaker is a straight up bootleg of the Nike shoe. I don't know which one it's called, but I have a pair of those Nikes, and they're not Yeezys, and they don't cost $1,700. Then the fucking Yeezy boot, and these post-apocalyptic sneakers that look like shit, that are non-functional, that Kris Jenner wears on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You really want to wear sneakers that Kris Jenner wears? You think that's dope, that you're wearing the same sneakers that the Kardashians wear? That's your selling point? Those little chicken heads, top to bottom, all of them, that they wear them? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Them shits ain't dope. They're not dope, they're not fresh. And I don't know who sponsored this Sneaker of the Year award, but shut that fucking shit down.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Kanye's album, Chloe and I think Caitlyn said they're helping him create his album. Like they're giving input. So
what do they know about shit? They're helping Kanye West make a hip hop album.
That's what they said.
Did he say that?
No, it was in the fucking news. Like Chloe's like, yeah, I'm doing it. Like
I give suggestions.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give suggestions.
Oh, so you're beat shopping.
You're digging in the crates?
Yeah.
Kendall? Is that what's happening?
She's the one getting the records?
You're the one who's going to dig in the crates and listen to the soul and the jazz for the samples. Huh?
Yeah.
You're listening to that Lou Donaldson, huh?
Yeah. Word.
Right?
You're listening to that. Reuben Wilson.
You're listening to that Little Beaver to get the samples, right?
Yeah.
Chloe, you don't know who the fuck Little Beaver is if he came up and smacked your fucking face.
They making the beats.
You're in there listening to that New Birth, right? Chris, you don't know about that New Birth.
Yeah.
You're not listening to that Idris Muhammad.
Bob James.
You don't know anything about that.
Right.
And if Kanye lets you in the studio and he makes a brick, that's his fault.
Yeah. You can't keep Caitlyn out the studio, man.
She's not listening to any of that stack soul.
Yeah.
Yo, the I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses. Casper Mattresses is an award-winning company that makes the most ridiculously relaxing, supportive mattresses sold directly to the consumers. Sleek, new designed beds delivered directly to your doorstep in a small box. The Casper mattress is available in 6 sizes and a 10-year full warranty. It's made and stitched right here in the United States of America. Free 2 to 5 day shipping in the United States and Canada. Casper is so confident in the mattress that it'll give you a 100-night free trial with the mattress. And if you're not happy, Casper will pick up the mattress for free with a full refund. Okay, it'll donate or recycle the mattress to somebody who really appreciates a great night's sleep, a great nap on a lazy afternoon. Go to Casper.com and save $50 using the promo code Rapaport, RAPAPORT. That's Casper Mattresses, CASPER, Casper.com. Check it out. I sleep on one every single night and love it. So, Taylor Swift won Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, and she went up there and shitted on Kanye, and I don't blame her. and she brought her homeboy up there with the glasses, some four-eyed fuck, and I think Money was ready to set it off. I don't know who Money was, but he had something to do with the album. He was probably her producer or her saxophonist. I don't know. She came up there with dude, and he looked like he was ready to get hype. The white dude with the glasses and the curly hair. He looked like he was ready to get it popping. If anything, jumped on the stage. And she said, you know, her speech, her acceptance speech, without being specific, she was like, you know, don't let anybody take credit for your fame to Kanye West, because he said in his record, well, whatever he said about I made that bitch famous, I think Taylor Swift's richer than him, more successful than Kanye West. I don't know all the stats. I don't fact check. I'm in here in a pair of boxer shorts and socks doing a podcast, okay? There's no technology around me. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift is bigger musically than him. And he's still talking about her. Why are you still talking about this girl? You did this, you want to go forward and you want to push the music forward, and that's your excuse for making The Life of Pablo, which I listened to 3 times. My son downloaded it, bought it. I listened to it 3 times with open ears and open heart and hoping it would surprise me. That shit is whack. It is not a hip-hop album. I don't know what the category that it is, but it's not hip-hop. It's not boom bap. Yo, it just isn't. And if you're on that record talking about Taylor Swift, and I could have fucked, I don't know what the lyrics, I could have fucked Taylor. First of all, how does your wife let you say these things? Like, that's some white girl shit, because only some dingy white chick, no disrespect, would let you say that, because I know if I said some shit like that out of my mouth, my lady would be like, yo. First of all, why are you still talking about this girl? Number one. Number two, why are you still talking about a girl? Why are you disrespecting a girl? Number two, why are you talking about fucking other chicks? We're married. You have a daughter. You're disrespecting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be saying that stuff anyway. You're almost 40 years old. You're talking about a 25-year-old girl who didn't do nothing to you, and you're still talking about this incident 6 years ago, yet you want to make an excuse for pushing the music forward. That's why you're making auto-tuned records. I thought Jay-Z shut that down with that song, I don't know how many years ago, the auto-tune shutdown record. I thought that was dead and buried. I haven't heard any of it. And now we're back to auto-tunes on Saturday Night Live. And Kanye in his tweets is like, I want that DMX sound. If you want that DMX sound, that DMX feel, get DMX. Get DMX. If you want that grit, that grime, do it yourself. Why are you doing all that? Because the shit you got out, that's not that DMX feel. That's not that auto-tune shit. That's not. I was waiting for KRS-One to enter the stage on Saturday Night Live and knock him off the stage like the way he did PM Dawn. They're up there wearing this crazy. El DeBarge was performing on Saturday Night Live with Kanye West. I thought it was former Saturday Night Live cast member Fred Armisen. I don't know what the fuck happened to El DeBarge. He looked like he had a stiff neck and like, you know, something wrong with his hips. He looked all fucked up in the game. And that performance was whack, period. And I am a fan. I am a fan of Kanye West. I fuck with his albums, but I'm done now. I'm not buying this shit. I listened to it 3 times with an open heart, in the Vroom Tomb. Drove around Los Angeles with my son in the Vroom Tomb. We were bumping it. Listened to it all the way through, hoping to be surprised, hoping to hear some dusty, funky shit. There's nothing funky on this new record. Me and G Monetti, we're gonna do a full review, and we're gonna break down that record, and it, you know, it's just the whole thing. Like he thought like he put that record out and like he's like the world would stop, people would stop eating donuts, no one's gonna serve coffee. The whole world is gonna stop in amazement at the Life of Pablo record. my man, it didn't happen. It ain't gonna happen. The shit is weak. You said you made the best record ever. You didn't even make your best record ever.
I Am Rapaport podcast.
G Monetti, how many times have you listened to the Kanye West record?
I listened to one time. I have to listen so I can critique.
Okay, and after all the smoke is cleared, all the Twitter rants, it's the best album ever, all of this, all of that, the world didn't stop. A week later, no one gives a shit about that album.
I got one thing to say about it. It's not a hip-hop album.
It's not a hip-hop album. It's not even Kanye West's best album. He said it was the best album ever.
It's not a hip-hop album. You cannot call that hip-hop music.
Why not?
Listen, man. It has to be funky, man.
Gotta be funky.
It's like hip-hop comes from it's like James Brown's Baby. It has to be funky. That's why, like James Brown and his music, the funk inspired them brothers, right? To cut the brakes, right? And have that shit popping like it is. The drums popping. Drums accentuated.
And Mr. Moody doesn't mean it has to be all James Brown samples. He doesn't mean that.
I'm saying the funk.
It has to have that funky element.
Funk. The drums are out front.
Kanye knows what it is.
Right.
He's done it. He's done it.
So this isn't an hip-hop album. It's another category, and I named it.
What is it?
Tight jean music.
Interesting. What is it called?
Tight jean music.
Okay, and what does that mean? What is that a genre of music?
Yes. It describes the maker and the listener.
Keep going.
If tight jeans doesn't offend you, then this is your music.
And we're not talking about, we don't wear tight jeans, we wear baggy jeans. We're not talking about that. Because me and Monetti, it's not 93.
Right.
We're not wearing baggy jeans.
We're grown men.
But we're not wearing jeans that are
specifically tight.
Right. And I want to just clarify one thing.
It's uncomfortable.
I was on Twitter and Instagram and playing golf, and people said, "Oh, your shit looks kind of tight." Excuse me. Number one, I had on pants. Number two, which you didn't see in the videos, because I need to defend myself. Before I swing my golf club, you have to pull your pants up so your shit doesn't fall down.
Of course.
So they appeared a little tighter than it. But if you look, you see my socks because I pulled them up. So everything. Look, I don't wear tight shit.
You on a golf course. It's not like you on motherfucking on Oscars and shit.
But I had to defend myself because people came after me because we talk a lot of shit. I had to defend myself. I'm saying that right now. Okay, keep going on. So you're introducing a new genre of music. It's called
tight jean music.
Okay, and so the music itself sounds and is like what?
It's not funky. Here's the fucking example.
Okay. No need to curse.
Okay, we're going to try not to curse. Play a Gangstar record.
For instance, take it personal.
Take it personal. Do you see how that comes on? Do you see how that drum, that skull snaps is popping?
Right.
You see how it makes you feel like it makes your head nod.
Right.
My daughter was in the car, I put that on. Immediately, her head start to bob to that rhythm. That's the funk about it, man. It's like making it extra funky because there's no musicians.
Okay, and so this album, when we give it an honest critique, because I've listened to it a lot,
right?
Because my son likes the record, and I tell him, love what you want to love. I don't try to. He knows the difference between great stuff, good. I don't care what he loves. I want him to love what he loves.
Right.
I don't try to impose my shit on him. And we ride around, we're listening to the song. His name's Maceo. He knows. You know, if your name is Maceo, you have to know what the funk is.
You got to.
I learned listen, I'm not a perfect dad, but my kids, they know the difference between bullshit and that good shit.
And you have a Jewish son named Maceo. So, of course, he knows what it is.
That's true. If you don't know where the name came from, Maceo Parker.
That's right. Inspired you to name your own son. So he knows what time it is.
That was not my one goal. That was one of my goals. My kids are going to know the difference between good movies, bad movies, good TV, bad TV.
Good music.
And good music and bad music. Watch what you want, listen to what you want, but you're going to know the difference.
Right. Let me present this to you.
So I've listened to the album a bunch of times. And I've said this before. I'm a fan. I fuck with Kanye music.
Said that, yeah.
But of recent, It's totally lost his way. But more than that, for him to go on and say, this is the best record ever, better than everybody else. But that's not the point. The point is that it's just been a shit show. And there's no way it could, like the album couldn't live up to what he built it up to be. And when you, if you like Michael Jordan, he didn't ever say, like he said some crazy shit, but like he never even said shit Kanye said. Right. He's the best basketball player ever.
Let the public determine that. Let
the public decide if it's the greatest record ever.
Right.
You don't have to impose what you think.
Maybe he got a mental illness.
And then he showed up, and then this footage of him. Did you hear the footage of him when he was at Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, I heard the audio where he was in the hallway trying to ice grill cats. So the guys that put up the set.
Yo, the guys that put up the sets are New York guys, like set builders, and the guys that like moved the gaffers and all that. I don't know how he was talking. Like you talking
greasy to them.
Those are hardworking New York guys. Those guys will flip on you. You fucking moved the set yourself, you cocksucker.
Yeah.
Those are rough dudes.
Yeah.
Masonry fucking big Italian
big Danny Aiello motherfuckers. And also State of Grace Irish fucks. Right. And they're saying, we thought this was a hip-hop show. Where are the turntables? Of course we took your fucking set down. Where are the turntables? We looking for the Techniques 1200s. Where they at?
Right.
It's a hip-hop show. We see a fucking midget.
I heard a fucking rapper was coming up here. I was here when Jam Master Jay came. I set his fucking turntables up myself. They tell me I got a fucking rapper. I'm walking around. I'm bumping into shit. I'm looking for a fucking set of turntables, and this little cocksucker wants to come out and screaming at me. Kanye, get the fuck out of here. Set your fucking rainbow lights up yourself, you cocksucker. You want to break my fucking balls. I was on this fucking stage when the Funky 4 plus one more came out here. You gonna bust my fucking balls? Where's your fucking turntables, you cocksucker? Talking about, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm more influential than Pablo Picasso and Stanley Kubrick. Don't fuck with me.
That's that black shit. He's doing that auditioning. He's auditioning the black shit around the white folks. Because the white folks never been around black people like this. So he's up there being more belligerent. Don't fuck with me. You're talking to the hipsters. So the hipsters are like, looking at him like, oh, wow.
Oh, Kanye's upset.
Right, he's upset.
Uh-oh.
See, but Lorne Michaels, if I'm Lorne Michaels rap and I'm in my office and I hear that shit out in the hallway, that's when the white motherfucker get on his black. You got one black card for the year where you can get out there and say, yo, Money, what the fuck you want to do?
Lorne would have said that.
Lorne like, yo, Money, what the fuck you want to do? Guarantee that guy would be shocked.
He wouldn't have said shit.
Right. Yo, what the fuck? Lorne is taking off his fucking blazer. What the fuck you want to do?
Yo, what the fuck you want to do, dude?
Word.
He taking his shit off like he went to the live taping of Saturday Night. Fuck you want to do?
It's a live skit.
How about this? This is the first episode. We're not having a musical act. Pack your shit, get the fuck out of here. Lorne Michaels should have been like that.
Right.
Get the fuck up out of here, man.
Channeling his inner Suge Knight. Like a quantum leap. Lorne Michaels comes out the office. He sees a midget talking shit in the hallway.
Lorne Michaels is the creator, and he's like 70. He's a little guy with gray hair, a white guy. He should have took his shit up. Like, what the fuck you want to do?
Right, what you want to do? Guarantee Money would have went back in the fucking dressing room riffing with his wife.
Right. And he could get away with it, like, don't let me get on my Chicago shit. And she's like,
yeah.
What does that mean? I know what it means for them.
People in the street.
The disciples.
The people in the streets, not the motherfuckers on the red carpet.
No.
So you mean to tell me you gonna get on that shit?
And the Kardashians like, oh, he's getting upset. But Lorne Michaels comes out there, he starts greasing his face like, what the fuck you want to do? He starts shadow boxing like, what? What you want to do, money? It's like when Eddie Murphy, remember the Eddie Murphy skit, not in Raw, in Delirious, when he said he got into a fight in the disco with the Italian dude, and he said, I tried all my black shit. Man, fuck all that shit. Yep. What you want to do, motherfucker? And then the Italian dude was like, come on, motherfucker.
Yeah, and he's buying it. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Now, that might not work with everybody. A lot of times you're going to get fucked up. But with this guy, I have a feeling if Lorne Michaels or one of those gaffers or the set decorator said, yo, man, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out there.
He's like, don't fuck with me. One of them Teamster motherfuckers.
Teamsters.
Should have said, what?
The Featherstones.
We took your fucking set down. Now what?
Now go out there with no fucking rainbow lights. I had fucking DMC and Jay up here. They weren't fucking talking this bullshit in the 80s.
Turntables and mics. That's all we set up.
Yeah, I set up fucking Jam Master Jay's. He came here twice. 2 fucking times. Set your own fucking rainbow lights up, you cocksucker. And El DeBarge, what the fuck is wrong? Yo, El DeBarge looked crazy on Saturday Night Live.
He looked like he on that K2. See, a lot of motherfuckers on that K2. They think it's regular weed.
Stay off
your
that
ass
shit, man.
That have you in the intersection naked.
Yeah. That'll have you.
That'll have you in the intersection where in your city naked.
I Am Rapaport podcast.
If I could rhyme, I would be going after rappers. I would go after Kanye, and I say this with respect. I would go at him the way Nas went out Jay-Z, and then when Jay-Z went at Nas.
Yeah. With that ferocity.
With that ferocity. And they went at it, and then it was over, and it was said and done.
They shook hands.
Why nobody's going at Kanye, I don't get. And it, just in hip-hop. I'm not talking about beef and Biggie shit and killing.
Just like, yo, let's just rip this.
Let's see what you got,
They don't do
money.
that shit no more.
They don't do it. Somebody should be going at this dude like,
let's
yo.
see what his chops.
Let's see what you got. You it's like, yo, every now and then you gotta defend the belt.
You're the top king, right?
You're that guy.
You're that guy. So they should all be going at you.
I think about this daily. Recently, since he put out his record, that came, and I don't hear it on the radio.
I don't hear that shit. Yeah, I don't hear that.
I haven't heard it on the radio. Maybe, I don't know.
Like James Brown said, when you think grits is groceries, you lose your thing.
Say that again?
When you think grits is groceries, you lose your thing. See, that's that old Southern shit.
And I haven't heard any of those songs on the radio. There was a lot of hoopla. But I'm saying if I could rap, if I had the skill set of a Nas or an Eminem or, I don't know, what would be realistic, like, for me? Like, even like a Lord Finesse or a Big L. Like, if I had that kind of, like, boom,
skill,
boom, that kind of punchline shit, I would just go at him.
Rip him to shreds.
And then he'd come back. And he'd be like, you hook-nosed Jew, what the fuck you want to do? And I'd be like,
right.
And then I'd come back at him.
We need that. That makes it entertaining.
I don't know why no one's doing it.
Right.
I don't know why.
Think of the battles we've had. LL, went at Hammer, went at Ice-T. Think of all that.
It's part of the culture of hip-hop. But so is having a DJ. We know that happened.
Cannabis, LL.
I don't get it. I don't know why no one is, like, going at him. Even Drake and Meek Mill, they went at each other.
Right. He's the only one that's
why
not targeted.
Why isn't nobody not going at him?
Yeah, it's different. They don't mind them tight jeans and all that old stonewashed bullshit.
I mean, he said he's the best. Somebody else has to think they're the best.
Jay-Z should get him.
He's on his label.
Start up some shit.
Right.
I'm not with all this shit.
Right. If I had that skill set, I'd be like, yo, I'm going at money on the reg.
Yeah.
I would go at him hard over break beats, other people's beats, Nelly Furtado beats. I'd be jacking for beats. I'd be going over all kind of shit. Led Zeppelin beats. I'd be going all fucking Rolling Stone beats.
Just try to kill him.
Just, yo, what you gonna do?
Right.
And we get into it. And then when it's over, like, yo, we make a song together, we make money. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on.
I Am Rapaport podcast.
We're live at South by Southwest. If you don't know who I am, you might not know me as Michael Rapaport. You might only know me as
White Mike.
White Mike or the the Gringo Mandingo. I'm with my partner, G Monetti.
That's right.
G Moody.
That's right.
And MC.
EO.
Champion MC.
Word.
At this point, you're a champion MC. I'm not saying you're the champion MC. I don't want to put that on you.
Right.
But you are a champion MC.
Upper echelon.
Thank you.
Upper echelon.
Thank you.
Talib Kweli.
BK.
When you did get by with Kanye, before he was a beast, huge star as he is now, he's a monster star.
Rock star.
Would you ever have suspected, I mean, somebody in hip hop to get so big, so famous, and like it's like, you know, like that Biggie lyric, you know, it's not just him. I never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
Right.
Like, I always think about when I see Jay-Z at like these places, I'm like, this is he's first generation.
Yeah.
Like, he came up behind Kane. He's been there from the inception of the show. I trip out when I see.
That's what I'm talking
like,
about.
his success, I'm not surprised by it, but I'm just like, the enormity of a hip-hop star.
From where it came from.
Like Biz Markie, or like, you know, guys like Sean Price, or like guys like Black Moon, or I mean, you can name some, but then like Jay-Z's like surpassed all of it, and Kanye's sort of in the same world. Would you ever have imagined he'd become this sort of, this figure? He's like beyond hip-hop now. It's like this figure.
You want the honest answer?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
You did?
And you know why I did?
Why?
Because, and this is all, everything I'm saying is true talk.
Real talk.
He said he was. Everything that you see Kanye West doing, back then he said it. He said, I'm going to be the biggest rapper ever in the world. I'm going to change the game. I'm going to do fashion. I'm going to design sneakers. I got this song called Jesus Walks. It's going to be on my second album called College Dropout. This is before called Late Registration. This is before he even had a deal for College Dropout.
Wow.
He was telling me the singles.
Are you serious?
He told me everything that Kanye did from the time he was on tour with me to, you know, 808s, like everything. I was manifest destiny.
He had it mapped.
He said every single thing. The only thing I think that he didn't have mapped out was the accident.
Of course.
But when that car accident happened, that's what set his career off. Because when the car accident happened, he did Through the Wire. Through the Wire, he took it to Dame Dash, and then they was like, that's cool, it's a mix show record. Took it to Def Jam, that's cool, it's a mix show record. Kanye West went and paid for a video, you know, because he was making rap money at that point, producing. Right. Went and paid for the video, and then went and paid for video promotion, and paid for single promotion.
All on his own.
All on his own. Kanye paid for that on his own.
Wow.
So his first single, Through the Wire, he self-promoted it. Like, nah, this is a hit. I don't care what y'all say.
Right.
Okay.
And from that point, and then 6 months later, he performed it on the Grammys with Shaka Khan.
Wow. That's big time. All right.
That's
okay.
working.
You know, you forget about that.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, for me, I find his persona and the music, it's like church and state. It's like, first of all, like, I think the music in general, I think all across the board, the music, the hip-hop music, I'm so concerned about the actual music.
The funk is gone.
I have no agenda. I don't rap. I'm not in the music business. I don't own any stake in any music business. I'm just a fan. It means so much to me in my blood cell level.
Word.
And when I see where it's going, it concerns me. It bothers me. And I feel like guys like you, Mos Def, Jay-Z, Kanye, Q-Tip, the guys that are still relevant, that are still talented and still have a responsibility to sort of balance it, because what's going on now, it's going to turn into, I think we're already at hair metal.
Word.
We were at hair metal 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Rap was like WWF 20 years ago. I said in the lyric.
Then what are we now?
Same thing, just a little bit more refined for the internet generation.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Introducing Play.it, a podcast network like no other. Home to top sports on-demand programming, including CBS sports experts and digital exclusives from dynamic personalities.
Hey, join me, Taz.
Holy Magic Man Malinaji, two-time world champion.
Hey, it's Boomer and Carton.
Hey, this is Tim Marchman from Deadspin.
Let's pound the pavement and get some news. Let's hand out some fantasy football advice.
Play.it is delivering storytelling at its best.
The most addictive sports podcast today.
Hear what you've been missing at Play.it.
can't go to the Met Gala ball. It's my fucking museum. I can't go to your fucking gala ball. I fucking built this fucking place with these fucking hands. Fuck you and your fucking balls. Elite pretty people shit. I'm going next year.
Yeah. Shit.
And I might even try to fucking bring my man Moody in there.
Yeah.
On some +1 shit. No Bruno. Fucking Met Gala ball. Shit is...
Maybe you gotta wear wild shit to get up in there.
Whoa.
Suits won't do it.
No. No. A suit won't do it no more. Because after last night, with what the girls are wearing, and Kanye West came out dressed like one of them 1994
bedazzled
R&B singers. He tried to come out on some Albie Shore shit like
Cisco. No, Albie Shore never died. I mean, had contacts, so he crossed the line.
Yo,
some Cisco type shit.
He came out looking like one of them gentle ass 1994 R&B singers.
If you're gonna come out like that, we're gonna critique that.
Yeah, if you're gonna, you want the attention.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't like it.
I got an opinion. Yeah.
My opinion is I didn't like it.
Right.
I didn't like the bedazzled jean jacket. I don't like the I like like the Vampire Night. I don't know what the fuck.
What you going for?
I don't and I don't like the fact that you are the face of hip hop and you're representing hip hop with all that crazy shit on.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I think that hip hop should be represented in that place. In that place, because you don't see Pete Rock in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
you don't see
no.
KRS-One. You don't see all of Kanye West idols.
Right.
You don't see RZA, Jizza, Inspector Deck, and Ghostface there. So you're the only guy.
Right. And this is what we see.
So that's what bothers me about it.
Yeah.
Like you could do all your other shit and but you're at the Met Gala ball and you're conforming to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, a suit doesn't do it no more.
No. A suit doesn't do it no more. So I didn't like the outfit that he wore.
Not many motherfuckers do.
Nope. But next year, mark my words, I'm gonna make it my business to walk up there because it's right in my neighborhood, and I'm gonna have a suit on. The New York's finest is gonna be like, "Hey, Mike, how you doing? They treat me good."
Yeah, I seen that.
And then we're going.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Kanye West released this video last week. He had a whole big to-do, a big get-together at the Forum in California, the fabulous Forum. And it was a big live thing, and it was cool, a cool event. Apparently, I wasn't there. I was sleeping. I slept through the whole fucking thing. It's been all over the news, and one part of the video has Kanye, his wife, and then it has they don't know if it was wax figures or CGI, CGF. They don't know how it was, but they had figurines in the bed, like they were all sleeping in a gigantic bed. They had Donald Trump laying next to Amber Rose, laying next to Taylor Swift, laying next to Chris Brown, laying next to this one, that one, and the other one. There was a few other, George W. Bush. And it was one of his artistic statements. We've talked about Kanye at length on the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. I listened to his album over and over and over. I find it disappointing because I think he's enormously talented. He has the ears of so many people, especially the young people who don't know good from bad when it comes to music. And I feel like he's choosing to sway away from traditional hip hop. And I think it's detrimental to the culture. That's neither here nor there. I saw the piece of the video, and I could care less. I think the song is okay. Again, I don't think it's. I think it's catchy. I heard it. I catch it in my head sometimes.
Is it funky?
What's that?
Is it funky?
No, it ain't funky. It ain't funky. It's catchy. But Lena Dunham, the creator of Girls, the show on HBO. It's called Girls on HBO. It takes place in Brooklyn. The name of the show should actually be called White Girls because it's a show in Brooklyn about 4 or 5 friends who are girls that are all white. I actually enjoy the show. I don't love it. I think it's good. I think it's sort of speaking for a certain generation, not necessarily the generation that I want to leave things in their hands. Nonetheless, we call this generation the hipster fucks. But the show, the first season, it got backlash because, again, it takes place in Brooklyn and there was no black character. So what do you do the second season? Her character, I can't remember the name of the character, she starts dating a black guy and gets piped out by a black guy. Because how other way to justify the fact that the first season had no other black people in it, right?
Right. And they didn't exist, right? You didn't see him at all in Brooklyn.
No, not at all. They didn't exist, and they barely exist the third, fourth, and fifth season.
Of course.
And there's no Puerto Ricans.
Nobody.
No anything. But these are the hipsters. Yep. Anyway, I like Lena Dunham. I'm a fan of hers. I think she's very, very talented. Nonetheless, she talks shit, and I'm actually a shit talker too. So after Kanye's video came out, and people said she was coming to the defense because Taylor Swift was one of the people that was in the bed with Kanye, like fake Taylor Swift. It's not really Taylor Swift, but they said Lena Dunham was coming to her defense. I didn't hear, and then Lena Dunham made a post or an interview comment, but Taylor Swift's name wasn't in it. So I don't see how she was coming to the defense of Taylor Swift, but she said, there's waxy bodies of famous women twisted like they've been drugged and chucked aside at a rager, and it gives me a sickening sense of disease. I know that it's art. She knows about art. She understands art. But, this video and these people in the video were reduced to a pair of waxy breasts. And then the thing that really ticked me off is she said, it makes me feel sad and unsafe and worried for teenage girls who watch this and may not understand the grainy, roving camera, the stuff of snuff films. And I want to say this about what Lena Dunham said. If you ever watch her show, at any given moment, you might see somebody, particularly her, with their snapper hanging out at the top of a scene, not getting naked. There's no warning sign. It's like, talk about shock value. Talk about not making me feel safe. Talk about not making little kids feel safe. Little kids have access to cable and HBO. You could turn on HBO at any time and catch an old episode of Girls and see Lena Dunham doing day in the life things, butt ass naked. That doesn't make me feel safe. Because when it's and I'm saying this with all due respect, because I never would criticize a woman's looks. I think Lena Dunham's cute, but essentially, it's like what Chris Farley did or John Belushi did. It's a chubby white girl, and I say that with no disrespect.
That's doing reality, That's the reality.
Right. It's no disrespect. Listen, you don't see me walking around. I'm not Brad Pitt over here. It's a chubby white girl doing day in the life shit, butt ass naked, and just because it's a chubby day in the life of some white girl, butt ass naked, doesn't mean that it's safe. Okay? I never know when I watch this show when I'm going to see somebody sucking somebody off, fucking somebody, and because it has a little irony and it's comedy. That doesn't mean that it's okay, especially if you're going to criticize someone else. I totally support women. I don't have to be a proud feminist like it's become hip and trendy for men to say I'm a proud feminist. I think that's bullshit. I could support women. I could support strong women. I could support creative women and not go around having to fucking put on my Twitter and Instagram handle, I'm a proud feminist. The fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's like a way for straight dudes to try to get ass, to go and to show how much they identify with women. I could love and respect women and not have to go around saying I'm a feminist. Okay, and just because she didn't mention, like, I can understand if she said I felt unsafe because your image can be used and portrayed in a video and you're naked. That would make me feel unsafe. God forbid Kanye put me in the bed butt ass naked. That would make me feel unsafe. But she wasn't talking about that. She said the context of the video made her feel unsafe.
And what context is that?
It's just they're laying in a bed like it's like, you know, like a sleepover. Who knows? It doesn't imply that they had sex or they didn't have sex. I think it's just like, you know, all these Ray J's in the bed, Kim Kardashian. You know, it's like irony. Donald Trump's in the bed. You don't see any.
Right. If this woman is getting naked on her show, what is that? What's the problem? You
exactly.
doing it?
And Gerald, I know you haven't seen the show. Yo, she'll be playing ping pong butt ass naked. She'll lay there in the middle of a scene. She'll flash her snapper like it's nothing.
That's insecurity.
Yo, I don't know if it's insecurity or not. And I'm not body shaming. You could kiss my ass with all that bullshit. All that hipster shit, like you can't say, I don't give a fuck. I like I said, I think she's cute. I think she's funny and all that shit. But for her, of all people, to say that Kanye West video makes her feel unsafe and sad, Wigga, please, you got to be crazy with that bullshit. Yo. And a scene will start and she'll just be walking around ass out. All of that stuff. And just because it's a girl who's heavy set, it's like, I understand, some women are feel empowered. And I get all that. I get all the positivity of all that. But that's what I'm saying. Why is it okay for you to do that? I mean, she literally will show Beaver in a scene.
They should
full
cast
Beaver.
me.
Like, you're like, how is this on HBO? Like, kids could be just flipping the channels trying to find SpongeBob or Dora the Explorer. And then boom, this comes on. Anyway.
Cast me. As a Brooklyn guy to come in there, I'll get in there naked. I wouldn't have no problem getting naked.
Okay, well, we're going to put that out there. The show's actually off the air, but you're saying you'd be happy to get naked in girls.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Brownsville.
Right. I represent Brownsville. You want to get naked? I'll get naked. Let's see what happens.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
What you got, bro?
What do I got? I got a lot.
I got a lot of
I got a lot. Kanye West, Taylor Swift have once again proven that hip-hop is...
Nas said it.
Hip-hop is dead this morning. It died. Hip-hop is dead this... Isn't that how it went? It died.
I can't...
They did say this is Taylor Swift and Kanye West beef. Yo, this is like a fucking... This is like a bunch of little kids throwing watercolor paint at each other.
But look who he's beefing with.
Look who... You started with this girl. You still going? She should have told you from the beginning, your money. Get the fuck away from me, man.
Word. Her man should have said, yo.
Her brother, somebody should have been like, yo, dude. She don't happen to one of them white dudes who knows karate, kick him in his fucking head. And that would have been... And now Kim Kardashian leaked a video of him. Who cares? And Kim Kardashian's like, I'm tired of people. Every time Kim Kardashian puts a video out, every time she leaks a video out, somebody's getting fucked. Somebody's getting long dicked. She's 2 for 2 with videos.
Somebody's getting long dicked.
Somebody is getting long dicked every single time Kim Kardashian puts a video. And she tried to get Taylor Swift sugar dicked on this one.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Yet and still, I watch these awards and I'm like, this is a shit show. I feel bad for the people that this is all they could reference. The music is busted. It's broken. And I don't think it's fixable. Kanye West was up there talking that bullshit again. He's still talking about Taylor Swift. Still just being the first one to give himself these broad stroke compliments about he's like Disney and he's like Ford and he's like Steve Jobs. And then he brought up the fact that rich older white people said, don't compare yourself to them. He said that. He said, older people or some people, and then he said, AK white people. And they were saying, don't compare. I'm telling you, you ain't Steve Jobs, okay? You ain't Walt Disney. You're a good rapper and a good producer who's not perfect. You're not the greatest. You're not the best producer. You're not the best rapper. I don't know what the fuck you really think it is, but you're totally out of touch. And this is a perfect time. If hip hop wanted to be controlled and sort of brought back down to sort of a level playing field, this would be a perfect time. Just the same way when the great Nas Escobar, he felt like Jay-Z was getting bigger than the music. And talking like he was, this is between them. This is what he said. He felt like he was getting bigger than music, so he went at him. And they battled. It was fantastic. Why nobody goes at Kanye West, I don't understand it. It doesn't have to turn into some craziness. Just hip-hop battles. This dude is breaking one of the primary codes of hip-hop, which is you ain't bigger than the culture. You're not bigger than hip-hop as a whole. Nobody wants to hear you talking that shit, your long speeches, you sound nuts. And to be honest with you, I feel bad for this dude. He's out of touch. This is what happens when that super put a mask on your face, go back into reality for a few months. Hide. I know it's hard being famous. It's hard for me to be as famous as I am. It's fucking rough out there. Can't imagine how hard it is to be Kanye West. That being said, hold your head. Get your mind right. Refocus. You ain't all that, Duke. Your new record is whack. It's not even hip-hop.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
I want to jump in to something that I'm really annoyed by. I'm really annoyed by this fucking guy. Kanye West. Again. The little midget bully who lives in a glass, like a glass bubble, still fucking with Taylor Swift. Still doing it.
What happened now?
He was performing in her hometown. You know, she's from Nashville. Kanye West is, I think he's 39 or 40. Taylor Swift, I think, is 24. And obviously, Taylor Swift is a woman. Kanye West is a man. And you know the controversy about the line, and then she recorded it. And if I was Taylor Swift, I'd sue this fuck for recording our conversation, number one.
Right.
Number two, instead of fucking with Jared Leto and Tom Hiddleston and these dudes, start fucking with a dude solely based on a guy that fuck with Ghostface. Fuck with Ghostface Killer. Stop going with these Herbs, Jake Gyllenhaal, and all these cornballs. And let Ghostface let Ghostface try to wife you up so somebody could regulate this, because
right.
Kanye West needs to be regulated. He was performing in Nashville the other day, and his line, you know, fuck Taylor Swift, I made that bitch famous. He did it a few times. He didn't just do it once. He did it a few times in her hometown.
Damn.
Like how Meek Mill and Drake, I don't care about that beef, but like, that's like a challenge. That's like a threat, except for Kanye West's challenge and threat is to Taylor Swift.
I don't understand that. I mean, I thought that beef was over.
No.
And
it ain't going to be over. I'm sorry, Moody. It's not going to be over because no one's ever going to tell him to stop, because if he wouldn't do this, he wouldn't do this to any rapper. We're talking about a guy who the rapper The Game, called him, this is what allegedly called him or texted him or asked him in some way, shape, or form, he said, do you mind if I put a lyric out saying that I fucked 3 Kardashians, your wife being one of them? And he said, yes. So you know what kind of dude this is. I would say, you could say to The Game, respectfully, I would appreciate if you didn't use that line, Game.
Right.
And I bet you Game would be the type of dude who'd be like, respect, I understand that. But
yes.
Kanye West said yes. And he'll say, oh, I'm not going to stifle somebody else's creativity or the artistry. No, you just didn't want it with The Game. But Taylor Swift, you want to have a whole arena of people saying, fuck Taylor Swift, and you want to do the line over and over again. And he does his shows now
right.
on a stage that sort of hovers over the crowd. And I guess it's nice and it's cool. Or why doesn't he get like a guy up there and talk shit to him, and then the last man standing gets to perform on the stage instead of doing this to Taylor Swift? The Game called you. He said, "Can I do this lyric about fucking your wife and fucking your wife's sister,
damn,
and fucking your sister-in-law, Black China?" And he said, "Yeah, I have no problem with that." You and then you still going at this girl, soft Duke, you whack. And then you talk about, this is art. And he'll veil it in art. You see, I'll tell you something about artists. They'll veil, it's my art, or I'm an artist. I've said this before. Just because you're an artist doesn't mean you have to be an asshole. You know, like, I'm an artist, I'm a sensitive artist. So what, Duke? You still a dude, you still a fucking guy. Like, I'm an artist, this is my art. My man, I don't give a fuck what it is. You're not who you think you are. You're not Gala. You're not Cartier-Bresson, the photographer. You're not Vincent van Gogh. You're not fucking Pablo Picasso. You're not even the best rapper. You're just not. And you're still going with this 24-year-old girl. And karma, it gets everybody. It gets everybody. For him to go out of his way to be cursing this girl and try to defame. She's sold more records than him. He's saying, I made her famous. You didn't make her famous. You're not even on, like, yo, she's bigger than him as far as, like, record sales and all that.
Right. But just think a grown man is going after a woman. Think of,
a 24-year-old woman.
Think of a grown man is got his concert, the fans going after some lady, some young woman. I mean, I would think you would be above that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm above that. You know, whatever. It's over. Let's rock out.
He said in this recent video, somebody said to remove that line, but I ain't gonna this is hip hop, and I ain't gonna let anybody step in the way of my art. Fuck you, Money. Why don't you make any of these lines and say any of this stuff about just a guy with a dick, just a person with a dick? Any other rapper you wouldn't go at like this. Nobody you wouldn't go at like this.
He knows that.
It's so whack. And he got these people chanting fuck Taylor Swift and all that. This guy's a clown, man. This guy is a clown. All right, it's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. We're signing off with Moody Beats. Listen to that funk. It's the Kanye West Extravaganza, good, the bad, and everything in between. My name is Michael Rapaport, and we're done.